The Multnomah County Sheriff is raising the alarm that both of their jails are nearing capacity. This comes as law enforcement braces for potential unrest tied to the presidential election. If that happens, it would force an emergency release of people who are in the county's custody. Fox 12's Spencer Schott tells us why the problem is not just about having enough space. It also involves an issue that the sheriff's office has been struggling with for years.
Now, 95 is the magic number in this situation. And according to Multnomah County's emergency release plan, if the jail reaches 95% capacity, they need to start releasing folks from jail. Currently, the budgeted capacity is 1,130 beds. And as of Tuesday, 983 people were booked in jail. That's a capacity of 87%. Now, there are 5 dorms at the jail not being used at the moment, and that's because Sheriff Nicole Morrissey O'Donnell says they don't have enough correctional officers to staff those dorms, and they don't have the budget to hire anyone else. So if they opened more dorms, they would have to close other parts of the sheriff's office.
Potentially closing the booking counter. So they go hand in hand with respect to being able to be nimble in opening a dorm and not having the funding available to really attack this emergency staffing crisis within our system currently, and that has been in our system for more than a couple years.
So who gets out if the jails do reach that 95% capacity? Well, don't worry, it's not going to be a free-for-all. There are many people who are just not eligible for release, including people facing charges of domestic violence, child abuse, sex crimes, if they pose a risk to the community or a victim, or if they have a history of DUII charges. Now, the only folks eligible to be released are those facing charges for nonviolent crimes and misdemeanors. And even then, not all of the people who qualify would get released. The sheriff's office is just trying to get back under that 95% mark. But Sheriff Morrissey O'Donnell says even releasing those folks is a threat to the community, and she doesn't want to implement the emergency release plan in the first place.
I do not believe that our county should be relying on this plan without really addressing the critical public safety needs of our community. That is through adequate funding, including staffing and resources focused directly toward our public safety system.
Sheriff Morrissey O'Donnell also added they are preparing the jails in case of unrest on election night. While she didn't give any specific details, she said they are working with system partners and neighboring agencies to ensure that they have capacity on election night. Reporting in studio, Spencer Schott, Fox 12 Oregon.